Hey everyone, welcome to The Explainer. Today we are tackling something huge. We're looking at the absolute biggest, most high-stakes threat facing dropshippers today. It's an issue that kind of lives in the shadows of your business, but if you leave it unchecked, it acts like a silent assassin. I'm talking about a direct fraud accusation, a chargeback, that can permanently kill your merchant account and lock away all your hard-earned cash. So grab a notepad because we are about to completely armor up your business. So what actually permanently kills a dropshipping store? A lot of people think they know the answer to this. It's a super common misconception that poor ad performance, algorithm changes, or just picking a dud product is what kills a store. And sure, those things definitely hurt your profit margins. But the true assassin? It's completely hidden right there in your payment processing. It's the exact moment your ability to actually collect money gets shut down entirely. Okay, let's dive into this. A chargeback is not just an annoyed customer shooting you an email asking for a refund. It is a formal fraud accusation filed directly with a credit card issuer that forcefully reverses a transaction. It's a literal strike on your permanent record as a merchant. The bank actually gets involved, completely bypasses you, and essentially tells your payment processor that you cannot be trusted. To really understand the danger here, let's look at this contrast. A refund, that is safe and controllable. It's an amicable return of money. You might lose a single sale, but your merchant account remains completely safe. A chargeback, on the other hand, is a hostile event. The money is forcefully stolen back from your account by the bank. A penalty fee gets slapped on top of it, and your account is instantly flagged for fraud. You are completely stripped of control over that transaction. And then there is the absolutely brutal financial math. Whenever a chargeback is filed, you get hit with a non-refundable penalty fee ranging from $15 to $100. And here's the truly terrifying reality about this. You pay this fee regardless of the investigation's outcome. Literally, even if you supply all the evidence in the world and the bank eventually sides with you and admits the customer was in the wrong, you never get that feed back. It is a guaranteed financial loss simply for being accused. No way around it. So this brings us to a crucial concept, the 1% death sentence. In the payment processing world, the industry threshold for your chargeback ratio is generally just 1%. If just 1 out of every 100 transactions results in a chargeback, it triggers a catastrophic chain reaction. Major processors like Stripe or PayPal, they will hit you with rolling reserves, permanently withholding 5 to 10% of your gross revenue for months. Or they'll just freeze your funds entirely and hand you a permanent account shutdown. It's kind of like baseball, except you don't even get 3 strikes. Section 1, real versus perceived fraud. If we're going to stop chargebacks, we absolutely have to know why they happen in the first place. Visa's recent Acceptance Solutions report shows a massive shift. 64% of merchants experienced an increase in what is known as friendly fraud over the past year. In dropshipping, it's rarely actual hackers using stolen credit cards. It's actually a huge portion of chargebacks coming from legitimate customers. These are real people who willingly authorized the purchase at your store, but somewhere along the fulfillment journey, they just panicked and felt scammed. So what causes a perfectly normal buyer to panic, completely bypass your customer service, and call their bank to accuse you of fraud? Well, it boils down to specific operational failures on our end. Things like delayed shipping, not providing a tracking number, writing poor or embellished product descriptions, and having completely unresponsive customer support. Look, if a customer emails you asking where their package is, and you take 3 days to respond, I guarantee their next call is to Visa or MasterCard. Section 2, stopping perceived fraud. Here is the good news. We can completely pivot from the panic of a frozen merchant account to absolute empowerment with some exact operational solutions you can use right now. Think of these steps not just as basic customer service tasks, but as vital business armor. Step 1, write honest product descriptions. Seriously, don't use supplier images that exaggerate what the product can do. Step 2, put clear shipping timelines right there on the product page. And step 3, provide immediate tracking numbers. This exact combo stops perceived fraud dead in its tracks because it manages expectations from the very first click. This quote from recent e-commerce market data highlights a really extreme danger. When customers expect 3 to 5 day shipping but face 2 to 4 week waits, chargebacks accumulate rapidly. Far too many dropshippers try to hide their long international delivery times just to trick a customer into a quick sale. Guys, that strategy is a ticking time bomb. That short-term bump in your conversion rate will absolutely destroy your merchant account on the back end when those impatient buyers inevitably all file disputes at the exact same time. And this brilliantly illustrates the ideal, safe journey for a drop-shipped product. On day 1, the purchase happens and the shipping expectation is clearly set. By day 2, a working tracking number is provided. Even if the item doesn't actually arrive until day 10, giving them that tracking number bridges the anxious gap between the purchase and the delivery. It proves to the customer that you're a real business actively shipping a real product.
Section 3. Saving your merchant account.
Setting expectations and communicating well are your foundation, for sure. But to truly survive as you scale up, we have to look under the hood to satisfy some incredibly strict payment underwriters. Have you ever heard of VAMP? It stands for the Visa Acquirer Monitoring Program. It's Visa's system for measuring fraud and non-fraud disputes over your total transactions. Monitoring your VAMP metrics is absolutely critical. If you just ignore spikes in failed authorizations, or if your dispute ratio climbs too high, Visa will flag you. And once your dropshipping account is pushed into an irreversible risk review with a major network, getting out is incredibly difficult. So, to stay completely out of those risk reviews, payment processors and suppliers expect you to hit exact service level agreement, or SLA, targets. Just look at these benchmarks. Your order accuracy needs to be 98% or higher. Your on-time delivery rate should hit 99%. Your fulfillment lead time, which is the time from payment to the actual carrier scan, must be 24 to 48 hours tops. And of course, that all-important chargeback ratio must remain strictly under 1.0%. If you can hit these numbers, underwriters will literally fight to keep your business. Now, to ensure you actually maintain those metrics, you need to set up technical safety nets directly in your payment gateway. You must enable address verification services and CVV checks to block out the basic fraud. For higher-risk transactions, turn on 3D Secure. But more importantly, you need to integrate with dispute alert networks like Verify or Efioca. These are a real game changer. These systems literally send you an alert the exact moment a customer calls their bank, which allows you to instantly refund that angry buyer before the dispute is ever officially filed as a chargeback on your record.
Which brings us to the ultimate question you have to ask yourself. Are you building a resilient business or just a temporary cash grab? Because dropshipping is not some get-rich-quick scheme. It's a real supply chain model. If you treat your store with the operational transparency, clear communication, and technical rigor that it requires, you will survive long-term. Take control of your payment processing, respect your customers' expectations, and protect your merchant account at all costs. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I highly encourage you to go review your own checkout and shipping policies right now. Seriously, go check them.